There we go. Streaming. We'll go over here to Instagram and we'll hit go live. Hey, that's working too. This is incredible. Very exciting stuff, everybody. All right, our stream is actually working now. This is the best. All right, it's time for us to make some pizza together. That's what I think you all came here for, a little bit of pizza making. And today we're going to be using, hey, everybody, welcome to our stream. Yes, very excited. Very, very excited to have you here today. All right, let's see. Can everybody see me over here? I feel like we've got a pretty good view today. And yes, all right. Let me go light the oven up real quick. I'm going to bring back some dough making or some crust making materials here. I've got the dough made already, of course. Make that day in advance. Let it cold ferment. Then we'll bring you some sauce and some cheese. We'll cook a few pizzas here in my commercial ovens, a Tiny Brick Oven, which do a really good job. And then we'll cook some pizzas in the Tiny Brick Oven, which is made for home use, but it really is commercial grade. I'm telling you, we've used this oven at multiple music festivals. So pretty excited to show you the results. I think you'll see like the pizzas in the Tiny Brick Oven can be just as good, if not better, than the pizzas we're making in our commercial pizza ovens over here. So give me 1 second to light that up. I'll be right back with you. I'm curious to see. Oh, awesome. We've got all these people logged into our Instagram live. I see Dan, Deerline, Josem, Quaylen, Grand Perino, Scott Kelly. The Mass Hole Chef. I see the Mass Hole Chef. Our Sirius 82901. A lot of folks coming to us live on Instagram. So very excited about that. I think for those of you on TikTok who don't know, we have problems like streaming on Instagram. So, but TikTok has always been a little bit easier, so we just do that from our phone. So let me show you a little bit of the shop here. Got our gelato cabinet over here. I'm gonna grab this lighter. I'm gonna light up my oven really quick, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Right. I'm not sure. Oh, we're getting a lock screen over here. All right. Hopefully, there we go. All right. Sorry about that, friends. Okay. Let me make sure you guys have a good shot of the countertop here. So you can see us stretching some dough. And I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna clean the counter off. And then we'll start stretching. Can I get some semolina, please? Semolina. Cool. This is semolina. All right, friends. All right, all right. Thank you again for your patience. Sorry to get the stream off to such a slow start. I really needed some extra sleep this morning. I was tired. I was tired. We've been working hard. I was tired. So I appreciate your patience. And we're going to take a green cleaning cloth and we're going to clean off this countertop. And I'm going to get some dough. Let's see. It's now 11:13. I can see my oven's over here almost at temp. They need maybe just a few more minutes, and then my oven out front's going to need just a few more minutes too. So thank you everybody for tuning in and supporting us. I don't know if you can see the overlay, but if you're interested in learning more about our tiny brick oven, which we're about to launch on Kickstarter, you can go to get.tinybrickovens.com. We really need your support there. It's been my dream to launch that oven brand for years and years. Our politicians, of course, have not helped us get a liquor license here in Baltimore because it's massively corrupt. But they can't stop me from launching our oven brand. So if I can't, if I can't survive here in Federal Hill, then at least I can spread pizza love all across the world by teaching you everything I know and sharing with you the best oven for backyard pizza cooking, which is the Tiny Brick Oven. So anyways, let's continue on some pizza making. This camera angle is just a little weird. Let me see if I can give you a little better view. I think that's going to be better. I think that's going to be much, much better. So I can't tell if you all can see me or not. There's all this stuff on the screen kind of blocking my face. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. Let me get the dough. All right. I feel like I need to explain a little bit. We're not coming to you from a studio. We're coming to you from my real commercial kitchen here in Baltimore. And for people who live around here, they understand you rent your first space. It's an old row home that's been converted into a commercial space. And that means the whole place is very narrow. We don't have a lot of space. The walk-in refrigerator is downstairs, so that's where we keep our dough when we're not actually stretching and cooking it. And our prep table is over here. Our ovens are right behind us. We have our gelato counter up front so people can see that. But basically, all of these like little Baltimore businesses are run by like very heartfelt people just like myself, just trying to get started, just trying to make it work. And definitely not under ideal conditions, right? We don't have the big studio kitchen with everything in a triangle. Everything is all over the place here just to make it fit. And that's part of the reason why I can't just sit in front of the camera and do all of this stuff for you. So I do really apologize. When we expand to our next space, I'm going to make sure it's a much better streaming experience. I think that's what I would have to say. So, but without further ado, I've washed my hands. I've got the dough here. I'm going to get some semolina, some gloves, and I'm going to show you how to stretch this dough. We'll get it in the oven over here. It's getting a little bit warm in the kitchen. I'm just going to turn the thermostat down a little bit. We normally keep the door open. We have like a really big vent fan over here that sucks out all the heat, but I shut the door and I closed the fan. I turned the fan off at the door so that you all could hear me a little bit better. So, okay. Oh, I think I need to angle my laptop screen down just a little bit. I hope that's going to work. And then good, 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 good. All right. We're going to start with a little bit of semolina. And these are 200-gram dough balls. Normally we use 400-gram dough balls for our 16-inch pizzas. These are going to make an easy 10 to 12-inch pizza. And when we remove these doughs from the box here, I'm just going to use a bowl scraper. These cost maybe it used to cost $1. Now maybe they cost $2 at like the Restaurant Depot. I'm sorry, the restaurant store, not the Restaurant Depot. And we're just gonna, let's see if I want you to see this. We're just gonna pull this dough up by kind of going underneath with the scraper like that. Try to make sure it doesn't fold over. If it sticks to itself, that's always kind of a pain. This is fermented for about 24 hours, right? Almost a day in the fridge. Actually, let's see. We made it last night. Around 5 o'clock, and it's 11 now. So is that? I guess it's about 18 hours, something like that. Not quite a full day. And I actually fell asleep after we made the dough before I got to put it in the fridge. I was so tired. I sat down for a minute and then just fell asleep in my chair. So, I woke up this morning like in a complete panic. And then, pressed down all the dough that had been overproofed and got this in the fridge. So really, this was room temp for, if we made this at, about 9 p.m. and then 9 to 5. So this is room temp fermented for about 8 hours and then cold fermented for 5 until 11, another 6 hours. I prefer a longer cold ferment, but I had to make this dough for you all. So you can see it's stretching out just fine. It's a little fragile because it got overblown. And so I have to be more careful with it. That means it stretches really easy. And I'm pretty happy with this pizza size. When you're not making pizzas to sell, you don't have to be as concerned with the size. If the dough gets overblown, you can reball it. You can absolutely reball it, but then it'll take a long time before you can restretch it again. And sometimes it just never really gets to be as stretchable again as you would like it. So you can see how easily this stretched out because it was a little overblown. My laptop over here is going into power save mode, which is really annoying me. Let me see if I can. That's obviously going to be the next thing I'm going to do is like make sure we don't go into power save mode on the laptop anymore. Learn lessons every day, man. You learn lessons every day. I see a big comment over here. Let's see. Also, there's some cool cameras you can go live with that follow you around. When you move around, you can invest in also. That would be cool too. I love that idea, man. I don't put the model of those. If there's any affordable cameras that follow you around, I don't think they can follow you downstairs and in and out the door and things like that. I think they can just sort of pan around with you while you're in the room. I think a lot of sports guys use those cameras that follow you when they're like going back and forth from the court or they're doing something sort of in the same room. But here, like I said, because we're in a tiny townhouse, I have to go downstairs. I have to go outside. I have to go in the back to storage. Sometimes you have to go out the back door. It's been a journey. I think it's good for my legs, though. I think I've got pretty strong legs from going up and down the stairs all the time. So I think it's actually healthy for you. But it means that my stream is a little disjointed and unsegmented sometimes. So I can see now that you guys can't even see my face over here. So I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit. Sorry about that. It's always a learning lesson. There's a little bit of lag on the Instagram stream, and so it's hard to tell if the camera's pointed the right direction or not. Okay. All right. Now that we've got this dough like this, I'm actually gonna. Can I get some salsa, please? Salsa. I'm actually going to use this wooden peel. I like it a little bit better, but you can use the perforated peel if you want. The purpose of the perforated peel is to remove some of that flour. Just going to put this on top of the, let's see, I think my angle's not right here anymore. There we go. Yes, yes. All right. I'm going to cover this back up so that those dough balls don't dry out. And then position this in a circle. I've got a layer of semolina below this. It should be shaking. So you can see it's moving very freely. That semolina acts like little ball bearings beneath the dough so that this will slide off into the oven perfectly. And it's really funny, like I can see on my cell phone, the low light is not a problem, but I can see on my laptop that the light it looks very dark. So the camera on my laptop is not as good as the camera on my phone for gathering light. Salsa. Oh yes. Okay, great. So we have our crushed tomato sauce here. I don't know if you can see this. I mean, this sauce, it's a very thick sauce. So you lift up a spoon, you can see it's got a big cap on top. These are crushed tomatoes. We use a blend of California and Jersey tomatoes. And we add our own spices. It comes out really good. It's very nice, beautiful sauce. A nice red color, a beautiful fresh tomato flavor. We do not add any sugar. I can tell you that much. We do not add any sugar. We do not add any salt. But we do add a little bit of garlic powder. That'd be my secret ingredient. I love garlic. So we're always trying to add more flavor with spices, not salt and sugar. Fresh, delicious tomatoes do not need more salt or sugar. But in my opinion, they do benefit from a little bit of garlic. So, and basil, some basil would be nice too. All right. We're going to put just about 2 ounces of sauce here. We're going to spread that on. This is a spoodle, not a ladle. So a ladle has a kind of a pointy round bottom, and a spoodle has a flat bottom like this. Spoodle is a combination of spoon and ladle, and that's why they call this a spoodle. And so we're just going to leave a nice even border of sauce. And I'm going to add it's a blend of whole milk and part skim mozzarella. We're going to add a little bit of this on top. And that reminds me, we're actually trying out some diced grandes. So I think it'd be interesting to we'll make one pizza with a diced grande and see if you like that, see how that comes out. So all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Totally understand, Chef. I also have worked in Baltimore kitchens. Hey, Lumi the foodie, we appreciate you. Turn the brightness down on your laptop. We'll still be able to see you. Turn the brightness down on my laptop? I don't know what that means. I don't know how I turn the brightness down on my laptop. But I will look into it after this stream. I apologize for any inconvenience over there. All right. We've got a very nice layer of cheese here. I just want to cover these little areas that are sort of red. Make sure you can see this. I have to run over here like every so often and just hit the pad on my laptop so that it doesn't go into sleep mode. And we'll make sure it's still shaking. We don't want to waste these little bits of cheese that sort of got away from the pizza here. Just going to make sure still moving. All the cheese is on the pizza. And we're going to throw this in the oven for 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes in the oven. Right, every oven has its own little timer there. Now, this peel, it's going to get burned up if I throw it into the tiny brick oven. So instead, I'm going to use my metal peel for that pizza, and it's going to cook in about 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes. So I'm going to use this metal peel when I'm loading and unloading the tiny brick oven. So last time, we always, it's a funny, we have customers who say that if the pizza's charred, that it's burned. It's like too burnt. And I have always loved the char. We used to say, like, our motto used to be tiny brick oven charred because it has to be. It's my personal favorite for, big pizza people out there. I feel like you might appreciate the char as well. The last time I was talking and I left the pizza in the tiny brick oven just a little bit too long. It developed this beautiful char, and then when I brought it back in, everyone was like, "Oh, that's cooked so good, like that's the best." And oh, hey, someone Lumi says our live is perfect. Thanks, Lumi, we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice to get the feedback. We love the feedback. I'm not I'm not perfect at this in any way. Like I'm very good at making pizza, but I'm a very amateur streamer. So any feedback is greatly appreciated, and we appreciate you and love you all so much. So all right. Anyways, like I was saying, the tiny brick oven, it gets very hot and flames are licking out of the oven. So I'm going to use this metal peel to load and unload my tiny brick oven. I've got a friend who has a smaller wooden peel, and I think we have some on the wall over there, or they're downstairs in storage now. But he really prefers the wood. He thinks it makes it easier for less sticking. I haven't had any issues with using the perforated peel. Really, it just takes some practice. You've got to move pretty quickly, and once you get used to it, I think it's just fine. Let's uh let's stretch and bake this second pizza together, and we'll do that in our tiny brick oven, and I'll show you the results. I think today I really just wanted to focus on, how done is done, how too little cooking is too little, because everyone's got their own idea about this. And, in the end, that's what's great about making your own pizza is you can bake it the way that you like it. You can tell people like, we do it charred because that's how we like it. But if you want it lightly cooked, I'm a customer service guy. I want my customers to be happy. If they don't want it charred, they can just say like, hey, I'd like it less charred, less baked, less cooked. It's kind of hard not to char the pizza a little bit in the very high temperature tiny brick oven. I really think that's what people want. Once you've tried it and you know you like it, it's great. But we have had just a few customers here who only had chain pizza. They never get any charring, so they thought it was strange. I'm very excited about introducing those people to real brick oven pizza. Uh, I mean, I feel like it could totally blow their mind. It could change their life, right? Like you've only ever had like underbaked, poorly colored pizza. Suddenly someone's like, hey, try this brick oven pizza. That's a win, friends. That's definitely a win. All right, we're gonna take this dough out of this box again, just the same way we did the other one. I might use a little bit of semolina here to help unstick this. All right. Put this over here just like this, and then I'll cover these back up. Again, we don't want them to dry out, so I'm just putting my dough box on there like that. If you don't have a dough box, if you have Tupperware, that works perfectly fine too. I've shown many times, I've done this class many times using Tupperware, because I don't want people to feel like you have to have an insane amount of professional equipment to make really good pizza. There's a hack or a workaround for almost every equipment that you need. Maybe the biggest, most important piece of equipment is a digital scale. And those are very affordable now, like 20 bucks. You get one of those, and that way you can totally control the hydration of your dough. All right, our timer's beeping over here. So that means our pie is almost done. So I want to show you at 5 minutes, this is what the pizza looks like. It's golden brown, it's crispy. We'll see what the undercarriage looks like. It's got a light golden brown undercarriage, right? Some people would say this pizza is done. And if that's how they like it, I'm happy to do it for them. But there's also people who would say like, oh, it's not done enough. I think it needs at least an extra minute. So I'm going to throw it back in the oven for another minute, and then I'll show you what it looks like after that. Typically, that is our cooking time, about 6 minutes. So now I'm going to actually hustle through this, stretching this dough and topping it, because I want to get this in the tiny brick oven before that one comes out of the oven. So I'm just going to rush through this one really quick. And I need a little more semolina. It's sticking to my hands. Hello, friend. Our friendly Baltimore mail person is here today. She's the best. Oh. We're live streaming, so yeah. Thank you. There's a lot of very nice people here in Charm City. They call it Charm City because of the charming people and because of a promotion with a charm bracelet that was done way back in the day. But I like to say we're adding a little bit of charm to Charm City. And there's a lot of people here with me in this city that do the same thing every day. We've got lots of friends that are helping us out. All right. My pizza has been done for another minute. Let me grab that out of the oven really quick. And that's what happens when you're in the middle of a live stream and your mail person comes in and you're busy. So we're still getting a golden brown here. I could go another minute on this, I think, if I wanted to. So I'm going to do that. So that's going to bake. That's going to be baked for 7 minutes today, and with a little bit of interruption for taking it out. So that changes the dynamic a little bit. You can actually just look through the window of the oven and see if it's the way you like it or not. But in the meantime, I'm going to run outside and get this into the oven. And make this as quick as I can. So maybe less explanation and more just doing. And that's going to yield a nice result. So I'm going to throw this, we're going to make sure it's shaking. I'm going to throw this in the oven really quick. I'm marking the time now. So it is 11:38. That pizza probably done by 11:42. Yeah. All right. So here's the pizza after 7 minutes. You can see it's a little more golden brown. It's very crispy now. The undercarriage has got nice dark patches. And this is really what you expect from a commercial oven. It's cooked nicely on the top and bottom. Someone else reviewed our commercial ovens here. Like they reviewed the oven that we use on a different channel and said that it wasn't working right, but they didn't know what they were doing. So it's a little disappointing to see someone who doesn't know what they're doing telling you that an oven's not working when you know that it works perfectly well. You just have to understand how to use it. And that means stretching your crust really thin, having the right hydration, cold fermenting, not adding too many toppings. And then the bottom and the top are cooked perfectly. Like no, we didn't have to mess around with it. We just dialed in the temp that we want, which is about 600, and comes out great. So let me cut this really quick for you, because in like another minute, I have to run back outside and grab that pizza. I bought these new cutters. Not these are the old cutters, but I bought these new cutters. Hope you can hear this crust crunching. I bought these new cutters, and then I started using them on our cutting mats, and they were so sharp. They like shredded the cutting mat. Let me show you. So we really like these Millennium cutters. They're very sharp. They're like razor sharp apparently. And I was used to pressing a little bit harder, and when I did, it just created this massive like cut in the cutting mat, which I mean, that was pretty wild. So I would say these cutters are the best, but maybe you can't use them with a cutting mat, or you have to be extra careful. But if you use one of these older, kind of less expensive cutters, you can push a lot harder, and it's not going to cut your mat. It's just going to cut your pizza. You can see we have no flop. It's coming out really nice. Let me just hit my touchpad over here really quick so that that doesn't go into sleep mode. And we're gearing up for the One Bite Festival, so I got a bunch of new, sharper cutters because we're gonna have to make about 450 pizzas in one day. I wanted to make sure that we had sharp cutters that would be like very efficient, but apparently they're too sharp. I mean, they're too efficient. So, all right, let me get this. We'll plate this, and I'll probably have a piece of this for breakfast. But even if I don't, we can save this pizza for homeless people to come in for our Pay It Forward program. People all over the world have donated to this. If you go to our website, tinybrickoven.com, you can add a donation as well if you'd like. And people that are homeless come in, they see those Post-it notes, they grab one of those, they can get a slice of pizza, 2 slices of pizza and a drink. Or in this case, we'll do our pizza from our Go Live for them. And that way they never have to be hungry. So it's been very heartwarming to see how many people will feed the homeless. So it's almost 11:42. Let me go grab my pizza out of the tiny brick oven, and I'll show you what that looks like. So here you can see this was out there just for a few minutes. We've got a little bit more, some darker spots here on the top, and the undercarriage is a little bit darker as well. You can see those are bubbles essentially that expand and touch the pizza stone, and they start to burn a little bit while it lifts the rest of the crust off of the stone. That's why you get this kind of mottled, beautiful undercarriage when you bake in that high temperature brick oven. And I'm completely pleased with this. I think this is totally fine. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another minute because again, we're trying to see like how done is too done. We could do another minute on this pizza if we want to, and I don't think it would be bad, but I'm honestly, it's perfectly fine just the way it is now too. So put this back for a minute, stretch another one. We'll cook 2 more. All right, all right, all right, all right. So that's going to be in the oven there for just another minute. It's 11:43. At 11:44, I'm going to go out there and get another one. Let me start to stretch another crust for you. We got just 15 minutes left. I'd like to see if we can make two more pizzas. What's your favorite topping? Does anyone out there like pineapple? I know that's always a big controversy since it's not an Italian ingredient, but a lot of my customers really love it. Love the pineapple, love sweet. In fact, we've even started offering hot honey now. We make our own sweet heat sauce, I call it. And it's some honey, some cayenne pepper, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Comes out really nice. So I can see now it's 11:44. I got to go grab that pie out of the oven again. We'll see if it's maybe you'll think it's too done now. I don't know. All right. And with some more browning, with another like some more time in the oven, we've got some more darker browning around this crust. It feels very done. I mean, you can tell it's light, it's crispy. Let me move this out of the way and we'll cut it for you. You can see me. I can tell right now there's not going to be any flop. With that cutting board. What do I do with that red cutting board? Well, no worries. I've got another one right up here. You always got to have backups for your backups. And the delicious smell of baked pizza and garlic aroma is in the air. And this is crispier. It's cooked at a little higher temperature. And we left it in there for maybe a minute longer than we had to. You can see it's got a beautiful undercarriage. It's not flopping at all. And I think everyone would be very happy with this pizza. Nice thin crust, New York style, cooked at high temp. Beautiful, beautiful pie. All right, all right. So we didn't have time to put any pineapple on this one, but we can add some of our hot honey. And I put just a nice little drizzle. And, oh, don't drop that. And it's easier when you don't have gloves. And we'll add some fresh ground pepper. And probably a little bit of Parmesan as well. We have some shake right here, or you could do some fresh grated, which is very nice. And that's a professionally finished pizza now. All right, let's get this other one in the oven. And maybe I'll just burn the crap out of this one. Oh, there's mine. There's my red cutting board. Maybe I'll just burn the crap out of this one and see what you all think. See if it's too burnt. The thing about this pizza is that before it gets burned, it gets too dry. And New York style pizza should be crispy. It should be crispy in a way, like it should be, it doesn't have to be saucy. It doesn't have to be like really wet, but it should be, it should be moist enough that when you eat it, you don't feel like you have to drink a whole glass of water immediately. It shouldn't like dry out your mouth when you're eating it. And overcooked pizza, it becomes almost like a Dorito chip rather than like a slice of pizza. All right, I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna get this semolina out of my way so we don't have a big wad of it on the crust. And excuse my perforated peel for all of these now. Gosh, this laptop keeps cutting off. It's very frustrating. I don't know if you all can see the live stream or not. Does it keep getting interrupted? Oh, okay. Lumi says char this last one real nice. Okay. I guess we got to char the last one really nice. All right, all right, all right. Again, just about 2 ounces of sauce here for our personal size pizza. It's going to be like a 10 or 11-inch pizza. 1 layer of cheese. We use an East Coast blend. It's mostly part skim, but a little bit of whole milk mozzarella. Should be 1 layer. You should see 70% white, 30% red. Hello, friends. We don't open until noon.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry about that. We're in the middle of a live stream if you want to hang out and try a few demo pies. People are excited for us to open. So what time is it now? It's left. Oh, we got 9 more minutes. All right. Good. We'll be able to do a couple of pies in 9 more minutes. So let me put this in the oven over here. We'll set the 5-minute timer on that one. Well, that's going. We'll take this one that we stretched a little bit earlier. Didn't get to quite finish stretching it. Okay. All right. I do need to tweak the settings on my laptop. Definitely for the next stream, it'll be more tweaked, I promise. It's hard to do a test of our live stream because when we do it, if it lasts for more than a minute with us not like doing anything, then the streaming platforms say like, oh, your stream is boring and you'll be like censored for the next 10 minutes. So it's been a little bit tricky to figure out how to get everything set up the right way when you know you only have like 60 seconds to like do a trial run before it starts like dinging you for saying like, oh, your stream is boring. So I'm like, okay, it's a little bit of a pressure cooker to figure out how to set this up the right way. All right, before this timer goes off again, I want to get this one out in the tiny brick oven. And we're gonna char the crap out of this one. At least that was the request. So I'm gonna actually put this out there, same as we made all the others. But I am going to add, I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit so that we get a little more flame from above. And you do not need to do that. Like you can literally let it cook the way I've been cooking it, and I think it's going to come out perfect for you, just the way I like it. But if you want a little more blistering, if you want a little more char, you turn the flame up just a little bit, and that's going to shoot a little more heat over the top of the pie and give you a more charred, more blistery look, which is also totally fine. You know, again, for this episode, we're talking about how done is done. How done do you like your pizzas? Do you like them till they are like a Dorito chip? Do you like them till they're like black? Connecticut style a pizza, or New Haven style a pizza. It looks very black to me, and people love that style. So could be could be that, some people prefer that. I can see we're sticking here just a little bit. I did my test shake. So now I unstuck it, and now I'm going to get this in the oven. I'm going to shake it the whole way while I'm walking. All right, I turned the oven on just a little bit more. Turned the oven on a little bit higher for that one. So we're probably going to need. I mean, we're probably going to need. If we mark 4 minutes, we're not going to put in for another extra minute. I bet it's going to be like perfectly done. Hey, thanks to all the gifters over here on TikTok. We've got Eddie, number one fan. Appreciate you. And then and the number two fan. We've got Leo. We've got Miss Marissa Amy. We've got lots of people tuning in over here. Looks like we've got like a record number of likes on our TikTok live, like 838 likes. If you all can give me a like over here on Instagram too, we'd really appreciate it. We've got a huge audience on TikTok and on Instagram live. We appreciate you both so much. Since this review went live, or since Dave's review went live, we've had millions of people all over the world who saw this story. It brought many to tears. It certainly made me cry. Just the whole thing has been unbelievable, and it's all because of you supporting us and helping us. I can't thank you enough. So, all right. But I'm on a timeline here. We've got 4 more minutes. Let's see if we can get one more pizza in and out of the oven. Oh, there's our 5 minute timer over here. So I'm gonna set that for 2 more minutes, but it's never gonna get as charred as the tiny brick oven is gonna get charred. And I'm worried actually that pie might be out there really burning badly. But hey, that was the whole point of this exercise, right? Was to say like, how done is done, how done is too done. Let's just overdo it. And then you can decide for yourself, like how you prefer your pizza to be. Hey, thank you, Lumi. Lots of hearts to you. Lots of hearts to you. Lumi, are you around Baltimore still? You got to come in, like for one of our live streams. We would love that. Any foodies who want to come in for our TikTok live, our live stream on Saturday mornings, we would love that. Like, come live stream with us. Come show me all your secrets to live streaming because I am a super amateur live streamer. All right, this one is ready to go. Put this over here, and I'm gonna get our pizza from outside now. I bet it's really well done. It's super super well done. All right, this is what it looks like after 4 minutes with little extra high heat. You can see we've got some more charring over here. And this bubble, we've got a beautiful bubble right there that also charred over the top. Our bottom is we've got a beautiful undercarriage, like a real brick oven. It is a real brick oven. It's got real bricks in it. And our first order is printing out over here, so I can tell it's time for us to go soon. So, and this is what 7 minutes in our commercial oven looks like. You can see it's much more golden brown, but we're not going to get the char like we get from the tiny brick oven with that flame. Flame cooks differently than electric, so they're both really good. Don't get me wrong; they're both delicious, but it's just a little different, a little bit of a difference. I mean, I think the guys that cook with wood, they see this versus an electric bake and they think wood is better, but the truth is it's that higher heat flame. That's what you really need. We use propane. So, all right, friends, it is time for us to open the shop. It is 12 o'clock. I'm going to hang out here for just a few more minutes since we started a little bit late. I'm going to keep you with me while I'm turning up the shop. Here's all the pizzas that we baked today. We've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Which one do you think is done the best? Like, do you like our first bake at 6 minutes? Our number 2, which is tiny brick oven, at about 4 minutes. Our number 3, which is our New York style oven, at about 7 minutes, or our tiny brick oven number 4 pizza, which was 4 minutes at extra high heat. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Put your vote in for 1, 2, 3, or 4. How do you like your pizza done? Do you like it extra charred? Do you like it just golden brown? These are all going to be crispy New York style, so no flop. What about the undercarriage here? Let's compare the undercarriage. So this is the undercarriage of the number 1 pizza. And this is the undercarriage of the number 2 pizza. This is the undercarriage of the number 3 pizza. And this is the undercarriage of the number 4 pizza. Hey, Brianna. Good morning. What's that order that we got over there? All right. So someone ordered pepperoni pizza and mozzarella sticks for $12.20. So that's our cue, man. We've got to go. It's been such a fun live stream. We appreciate you all so much. And thank you again for tuning in. We'll be here next Saturday while we do the same thing again. I'll come up with a lesson plan before then. Maybe show you how to make the dough next time. Let me know what y'all want to see. And here we go. The Dave Portnoy pizza. Yes, that's right. That's right. We were rated 7.9. Yes, please. It's go time for us, friends. So thank you again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate you. This is Will signing out from Tiny Brick Oven in Baltimore, Maryland. Rated 7.9 by Dave Portnoy himself. And that was not on a fresh pizza. He was 20 minutes late picking up his pie. So maybe we can get a rescore. Dave, if you're watching this, come back in. Let me make you a fresh pizza. I promise I won't cook it any different. Just get it fresh out of the oven. That would clearly be better than you coming to Federal Hill and not being able to find parking, which is everybody's problem. And then, being a little bit late to pick up your pizza. So that's all. But Dave, we still appreciate you. He was so nice to us and did so much for us. Just like we appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Time for me to go now, but I do really appreciate you all. Let me see if I can read some of these comments over here. We've got four looks the best. Number four. But number four, but all will get consumed. Crispy baby. Have a great day, chef. Thanks, Lumi. Hope all is working out for you. Thanks, engineer Eric. Thank you much, chef. This was so cool. Man, we appreciate you. From Ireland. Wow, camera operator in Ireland. Very nice. I mean, we've got people all over the world, so we really appreciate you. And on TikTok Live, we've gotten 2,800 likes. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. When you all keep liking us, giving us thumbs up, that lets the algorithm know that you really appreciate what we're doing, and we really appreciate you too. So, Mackenzie, we see you just joined. You're at the very end of our live stream, but come back next Saturday, and we will definitely make some more pizzas together. All right, I'm going to get the shop turned up. Thank you all again so much. You can head to tinybrickoven.com to view our menu, mypizzaschool.com to view our online pizza classes, or get.tinybrickovens.com. Don't forget the S, get.tinybrickovens.com to learn all about our tiny brick oven and, learn about our impending Kickstarter launch. So thank you all so much. Thank you again. We're going to get the shop turned up, and we'll see you all again soon. Mwah! Mwah! Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Did you want some pizza?
I have one.
I feel like where's number four? Everyone said that was the best, but I think this one looks really good too. I'm just going this one's so delicious. Mmm. Looks like we were one of the top food lives today. Awesome. Thank you, friends. All right. Tuning off. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Ending our live here. Thank you, friends. We just got a little like, are you a robot challenge? So I think that's probably time for us to go. What happened?
The car was upside down.
Wow, that is kind of a crazy car accident. What time is this order due?
12:20.
In like 12 minutes.
Look. Put me
Oh my
upside
God.
down.
Wow. Some people don't know how to act, man. Don't know how to drive.
I don't understand how they got like that.
Driving too fast, I bet.
Are they different?
Yeah,
That one.
it's got Parmesan and hot honey, and it was cooked in the tiny brick oven.
Oh.
This one's plain. I mean, of course, you're gonna like the one with Parmesan and hot honey better, but also you can just tell the crust is different. It bakes different with the flame
Yeah.
versus the New York style oven. You like the bent oven?
I think coffee is the Yeah. We gotta get our pizza first. Oh.
Yes, friend, and this is transcending
Yeah.
sale.
Little shots. Okay. Hello, friends. Call this. I want pizza. I want pizza.
I mean, that's how I sound every day too.
Yeah. Oh, you love. You want to see Elmo make a pizza? Look at that. Oh my gosh. You put it on a table? Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Really?
Oh, I love my life.